I'm from Los Angeles, so I mean, I know exactly how bad it is. And they're starving for cops as is. The response times are already dismal, and they already tell you they may not pursue your stolen items. They may not pursue someone who assaulted you. So what is that going to look like with 20 to 30% less of a force? I mean, you talk about a war on women. Women are going to be the first who are going to be vulnerable in states like California. So shocking all around, but perhaps unshocking. I'm sure the media is going to just twist the narrative. When crime starts going up, they're going to claim it's because capitalism doesn't work.
Of course.
Of course.
Well, not only are the wait times super bad right now with police getting to wherever your emergency is, but 911 dispatchers are not even able to answer the phones. We're at a low for 911 dispatchers. So you're supposed to answer, 911 dispatchers are supposed to answer emergency calls within 10 seconds. In places like Denver right now, it's over 2-minute wait times.
Yep.
That is a life or death situation. They're waiting on hold. They're being told, sorry, our operators are all busy. We cannot answer your emergency. I mean, that sounds like The Purge. That sounds like a scary movie. And that's what's happening across the country. We have problems in all aspects of our emergency responder, areas.
And then we've talked about Austin, I'm pretty sure it's Austin, Texas, where they're telling you, like, if you don't think it's an emergency, call 311 instead of 911. How are people supposed to figure that out? Where it's like,
they're like, let's send a therapist to domestic abuse calls and stuff like that. It's in their head, this stuff makes sense, but then when it's implemented, it leads to disasters. I call it like Twitter policy, things that sound good in short tweets for the left that go viral, and then conservatives were like, oh, we wish we were cool and hip like the young people, then all the technology they use. Maybe we don't want to have cool policies that look cool on Twitter, because when you implement these things, look at the disaster that happens at the border in Afghanistan, when the country with gas prices. It was $85 for me to fill up my 4Runner a couple days ago, and I almost cried.
Wow.
So I'm sad.
And then we're talking about how it looks like The Purge. It's starting to look like Gotham in New York.
Yes.
I saw a tweet about that, and I thought that was just so spot on, to where it's like you have just about 23,000 workers that remain unvaccinated, according to data released by the New York City Mayor's office. Obviously, Mayor Bill de Blasio is trying to push these mandates here. We've seen a lot of Stand for Kyrie protests, a lot of protests across the Brooklyn Bridge. We've covered that extensively on this show. And then it also says that 18 of the department's 350 units were out of service when it talks about the NY Fire Department. Like, just think, your house is on fire, they might not be there. You have a domestic disturbance, you have some sort of crime, they might not even be there. It's all because of these COVID vaccine mandates.
And you can't even have a gun. You can't even, get your hands on a gun to protect yourself. You're screwed every which way in New York City.
This is Charlie Kirk, founder and CEO of Turning Point USA. If you liked this video, be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel at Turning Point USA.